Hiya! Welcome! Got a box here that, while it might not be the biggest one I've ever received, it's pretty heavy, and there's a reason for that. There is a ton, and I can't even remember the exact amount of how much I ordered, but a lot of mostly CDs, but a couple of other things as well, from the official web store of the German electro-industrial group In Strict Confidence. Yes, I went on a bit of a spending spree, going in blind with I think 99% of this stuff. I did allude to this in Records Roundup 46 recently, after I showed the album of theirs on vinyl that I picked up, The Hardest Heart. This was a group, this was an act that I really wanted to get into as far as physical media was concerned. They haven't actually got that much out on LP, but they've released a lot on CD, and, well, bit of a spoiler for a future upcoming video, I had a bit of a splurge at the ISC official web store. Once I started adding to my basket, I couldn't stop. You're music collectors, you know how it is. So I'm so excited to get into this. I don't know if I'll be able to discuss prices because I can't really remember. I kind of vaguely know what the total was. Hopefully there'll be an invoice in here that might kind of drill down into individual prices. Most of this was reduced on the website. It was like sale prices. So there's some really good deals and bargains in here. I won't really be able to talk about the music because, as I say, almost all of it I've never heard before. But I'm going to get this open now because it's pretty heavy just holding it like that. Let's get the knife and let's get it open. So this arrived via Parcel Force this morning. It's not taken long to come, and that was with some excellent communication from the In Strict Confidence web store, who emailed me a couple of times just to say that one of the items in here, they had to order it from the supplier, and that's why it might take a few extra days for things to come. It didn't bother me, and it was still a pretty quick delivery. Probably only took an extra 2 or 3 days for them to get the other item that I'd ordered that wasn't in stock at the time. The lady who works for In Strict Confidence's web store, she might be the only person working for them. They're not a big band, they're just kind of like a cult, you know, alternative, small act. It's not like you're dealing with Rammstein here, or insert a massive German artist here. You know, these are operating on a lot smaller scale, so Sabrina from the ISC web shop might well be the one person working there. She might even be a member of the band, but I don't think so. Right, I was hoping I'd be able to get this box open and kind of leave it in fairly good condition, just so that I can put things back in here later on until I decide exactly where I'm putting all this stuff. We have got a customs declaration form on the front here. I might just get that out just in case that does double up as an invoice. I'm not sure it will. Oh, I think it does actually. Yeah, description of content is very small, so I'm going to have to put my glasses on if I'm any hope of reading that later on. But we'll see anyway, because there might be another better invoice in the box, but that'll do anyway. So I'll just put that down there for now and finish getting this box open. Ah yes, there is an invoice. There we go. Excellent. So can put the custom stuff over to one side. A bit of a look in the box. You're not really going to be able to see much, but I think we just ought to start taking all this one item at a time, if I don't get my microphone lead trapped in the box, which will make everything topple over, no doubt. Right then, so none of this will be in any order. Yep, prices are on here. It looks like the cheapest thing I bought, and there was a few of them, were €5. The most expensive thing in the box ended up being €15. So let's go through them. So it's mostly CDs, but there is other stuff as well. Let's start with the CDs. That's the one that's staring at me on the top here. All new and sealed by the look of it. This is Remix 1. So this is a remix compilation from In Strict Confidence. I can't really speak an awful lot about these. Is there anything on here that I might have heard? No, I don't think there is. Just having a quick glance. Well, there we go. Just so much stuff in here. It's going to take me ages to get all this listened to. But I know, I'm 100% certain I'm going to love just deep diving into ISC What a great act, and a band who I really have been threatening to investigate further for years now, not months, years, and I've finally done it. So that's remix 1. Then next to it in the box is Mistrust the Angels, I think that is. Oh, I didn't say how much remix 1 was, did I? Can I read it without my glasses? That was €12, and it is a 2 CD set by the look of it. Mistrust the Angels, I believe it's a studio album, could be wrong, you know, I'm no expert by any stretch. This was only €5, this was certainly something that was on sale. There is some bonus tracks on it, but it is just on the 1 CD. Then what we have here is quite a nice, I think probably 3-disc set here. Exile Paradise. Yeah, it's a 3-disc set, this was €12. I think this may be some sort of compilation. Couldn't honestly say. Fantastic. Right, let's just move away from CDs temporarily, because this is something that's been catching my eye, and it's the first one of these I've bought in a little while, and it's a cassette. This is a studio album, this is Face the Fear. I think this might be quite an early album, and this is like a reissue, because this cassette version of this album did originally come bundled with the CD version of The Hardest Heart, the LP that I showed you in Records Roundup 46, but you could also buy it separately. So because I've got the LP of The Hardest Heart, I didn't really want the CD as well, so luckily I was able to bundle this in. So nice to have a cassette as well. So, you know, I've got in strict confidence across at least 3 different formats now, and there might be a 4th in a moment, so look out for that. We move on. I think we've got another like box set here, CD box set. Ah yes, now this is definitely a compilation. I think this was the item that interested me the most, really. Extended Lifelines 1991 to 2000. So it's a 3-disc set, and it's selections from their early career, because they started in, well, technically I think it was the late 80s, but they changed the name and really established themselves in the early 90s. So this covers, is it, oh, it's 2010, I think. I said 2000, didn't I? I'm trying to do all this without sticking my bins on, so apologies if I'm misreading stuff. Love all the artwork, it's just got that great sort of dark industrial kind of look to it. Oh, I didn't say what price the Face the Fear cassette was, did I? €5 bargain. And Extended Lifelines, the 3-disc box set, was €15, so that ended up being the most expensive thing in this entire box, but there's a lot and there's plenty more to come. Right, so we move on. Let's pick this one out. It's another 3-disc set. I think at least, yeah, this one certainly. This one is like a studio album, and then it's been expanded out, you know, when acts re-release an album and they put rarities, remixes on bonus discs. Well, this one is La Parade Monstreuse, and I'm no doubt butchering that. Another 3-disc set there, sealed in cellophane. This one wasn't sealed in cellophane on the outside anyway, but I can tell that the CDs themselves are all sealed within. I remember there being just a 1-disc standard edition CD of this on their site, but as soon as I saw that there's a 3-discer with extra stuff, I have to get the extra stuff. This was only €10. I think this had quite a big discount on it. Fantastic. What have we got next? Ah, oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. So this is Utopia, and no, it's not what I thought it was. No, I'll get onto that later. This is a 2-disc set, 2 CD again. It looks like it should be a DVD or something. It isn't. It did throw me for a moment. I think this is another studio album. Couldn't be certain. It's got a hype sticker on here. Does say about having videos on it, but I think that's like CD-ROM videos, which is quite an old kind of technology now, really, isn't it? Sticking a CD into a computer drive to watch music videos. I know some Rammstein CD singles that I used to own. A few of those had the old CD-ROM capability. And I know I've got other ones still in my collection now from acts like New Order, which are similar. So there's Utopia. That cost me €14, so more towards the higher end of what I was paying here. But I think still for a nice deluxe edition, that was a good price. One more kind of standard CD here, Cryogenics. Possibly another studio album. It says 25 years anniversary edition, so yeah, I think this is an early album of theirs. There wasn't one in an expanded format by the look of it. This one was €12, so quite expensive just for a one disc set compared to some of the other stuff, but pretty much everything else was discounted either a little or a lot. Very nice. So the penultimate item now, and this is where we expand our formats for ISC here, because this is a DVD. This is Panorama, and I think it's mainly a collection of their promo videos up to a certain point. Not sure if there's any live performances on it. Just thought I'd get this as well. I wasn't really intending to buy any visual media, any DVDs or anything by them, but when I saw this on the web store and I was adding all these CDs and the cassettes into the basket, I thought, why not? This was €5. That's all this was. And this was the thing that the kind Sabrina from the In Strict Confidence web store was updating me about without me asking. She was just emailing just because, you know, good customer service, innit? To let me know that they had to order this in from the suppliers before they could send the entire box out to me. I will watch that eventually. As you can see, there's so much to listen to here. Hours and hours and hours of music. And we're not done yet. We've got one more item, and I think this kind of looks like a big ticket item, but it's just because it's literally the biggest item in the box. And it's an interesting one, this. It's technically a book, but it is actually a CD as well. There's a CD in here. So this is credited to Highly Mania. I don't know if that's the name of a book. I don't think it's the name of the book. So the name of the book is obviously Laugh, Cry and Scream. Highly Mania, possibly the author, or maybe it's like mainly photos. I'm not entirely sure. There is a CD in here, and you can see on the back, you don't really know for certain. Here we go. So photo artwork by Stefan Heilemann, featuring soundtrack by In Strict Confidence, and it's, you know, quite a nice sort of hardback book, this. So there's going to be some text in here. Highly Mania could be a character in a series or something. So you get the In Strict Confidence logo down at the bottom and again on the back. This was just €9 for a nice high quality book and a CD, an In Strict Confidence album within it. I think that's a very good price. So the total order for all this stuff, including postage and I think taxes would have been calculated during checkout, which is always a good thing, was €123, a lot of money. Looks like everything that I bought was €99 and then postage was 24, which I don't think was too bad at all, really. The postage rate, and you know, whether you would agree in spending over €100 on a band who you've not really investigated much in, that's entirely your call, and I wouldn't blame people for thinking, well, you know, this is a bit OTT, but hey, that's what we do here. When I've set my mind to something, and I set my mind to listening to as much In Strict Confidence as possible. No, I didn't go the simple route of just streaming them all on Amazon Music. No, I had to go down the physical media route. So that's everything. A bit of a different sort of music related video, this one, because I can't really talk about anything that I've received because I've not listened to any of it before. But what I have heard of ISC so far, which is mainly the covers of Sun Always Shines on TV, Stripped, and the Hardest Heart album, I'm just 100% certain that I'm going to love all of this stuff. Is there anything else on the web store that I could have bought or that I might buy in the future? Well, yeah. Believe it or not, there was a bunch more CDs that I ignored, and the reason that I didn't buy them and add them to this order is that they're all technically like EPs and CD singles. Now, I don't tend to collect CD singles and EPs on CD unless it's for New Order and their related projects, really. Even Rammstein, although I've got all their singles on vinyl now, I've not even collected any of their CD singles for many years. and they're a band who I do double up on relating to albums, if nothing else. If I enjoy all this stuff as much as I think I will, then I may well go back to the ISC web store and buy some of those EPs, because I say they're EPs. A lot of those are actually like, they're almost like albums really. They've just got like loads of remixes on them. So it's not like you're just buying a 3 or 4 track single. You're buying like a 10, 12 track album that's technically classed as an EP, because it's mainly remixes on it. So yeah, I'm not even going to recap all of this stuff, because, you know, I've shown you. I can't wait to get stuck into this. Thank you all for watching this special In Strict Confidence CD, cassette, DVD, and even book unboxing. Special thanks go to my wonderful subscribers and my generous patrons. I won't bother telling you all about the stuff in the description text box, because you know it already, and just as importantly, I want to bugger off and get some of this listened to. Don't know what I'm going to start with, don't even know for certain what order any of this should be in. Obviously I'll figure that out when I start adding all this stuff to my Discogs database. And it doesn't matter if I don't listen to it in order anyway, because it's not like a film series where you have to really watch part 1 then part 2, etc. You know, you just listen to whatever you want to in whatever order. That's the beauty of music, innit? And I can't praise the ISC web store highly enough for packaging everything safe, for having some great discounts on their site, for keeping me informed about a slight delay that wasn't even much of a delay really. So big thanks to them, and I'm going to go now, and I do hope that all of you will join me again next time for my next CD, cassette, DVD and book collecting video, and of course general music collecting video. Cheers everyone. See ya!